All right, so this is now my gift to you, which was my gift to you. So my gift to you is a section of the show where one of us gives someone else a game they never played before, try something new, and come back with a review for it. So I gave you Nier Automata. What did you think?
So first of all, I did not play nearly as much as I wanted to of this.
Okay.
So that one night I was texting you, that was the only night I got a chance to play.
Okay, so you're playing like that that game you talked about.
Yeah.
10 hours of that instead.
Yeah. But it's easier when I didn't have the TV. Let's put it
no, I understand.
So that's something. Yeah, Vita's easier on that. But the bit I did play of it, so I probably put about 2.5, maybe 3 hours in.
Did you get past the first boss? The big structural thing.
Yes.
Looks like a giant crane monster guy.
Krang?
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, I get further than that.
Right.
Yeah.
Had a brain in its lower abdomen.
Yeah, something like that. So this game, so in the first 10 minutes, starts off as a shmup.
Mm-hmm.
Then it goes into a third-person action game. Mm-hmm. And then it goes into a 2.5 side-scroller. Mm-hmm. And it goes back to a third-person action game. Mm-hmm. And then back to a shmup. Mm-hmm. Which is awesome.
Different versions of shmups.
There's versions of shmups, yes.
So
you have the side one like this, and then you got the circle one.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's insane. So the nice thing about it sounds like a fucking mess. It sounds like a mess. But the cool thing is you don't. Every time you start doing something for a little bit too long, boom, it switches to the other one. It gets to a different. It switches to okay, now you're gonna do a side scrolling for a little bit. So it makes sure you don't get bored of what you're doing. It's constantly switching around. This game is fucking hard.
Yeah, it is.
I was playing it on normal and it was hard. I used up almost just about every single one of my health packs the first level. Because in the first area they it heals you for you. So I was just using. I'm like crazy. I keep seeing it pop up on the screen. And that's when I texted you. I was like, "Hey, can I get health packs again, or am I fucked for the rest of the game?"
You're fine.
Oh no, I was fine. Yeah, because then after that first area, you get back into your main base, and there's a shop, and you can buy a ton of gold to or whatever they call it, the currency to use.
Yeah, they're not very stingy on stuff.
No, and it's dirt cheap to buy health packs. They were like, yeah, we know this is difficult. Go ahead, spend your money, kind of thing. So that whole first area, it was just intense. It was crazy. So I was having, like I said, at first I was having difficulties just getting used to the dodging mechanics. I felt like I was doing the whole dodge at the last minute and then going for the slow-mo attack and everything like that, which is great because I'm used to that for a bunch of other action RPGs. But I was just I was struggling with the timing. I was having a hard time getting my timing down on it. Then eventually I was starting to get that down a little bit. It's okay, we're getting there. But yeah, that first giant boss, he's got 2 giant crane hands. Just
yeah.
Then trying to saw you in half and everything. It was insane. It was crazy. And there's a tiny little space you can go in without getting hit. Thankfully I finally found that space, so I stopped losing health packs. So that was crazy. And then after that you go into this main base where you start learning a little bit more story. It's okay, well now we're gonna bring you down to Earth, and it's in the future. We're gonna bring you down to Earth and all this other stuff. It's okay. So you get down to Earth, and that's when it kind of opens a bit. So it's a little bit more. So kind of think Grand Theft Auto, I guess. If you want to, I'm trying to think of it. I don't want to say that, but there's a different game I'm trying to think of, and I can't think of the name of it. Basically, it's an open world, but there, you know, yeah, actually, kind of Yakuza too. Yeah. But but. Basically, it's an open world. There's different things you can do, different enemies and stuff like that. But there's where you got to go.
Yep.
There's where you got to go. But feel free to roam. Feel free to roam around, look at different things and stuff like that. And then eventually, after you initially go to this camp and you talk and stuff like that, then it actually opens up some side quests in the area and stuff, which is really cool. So there's side quests you do, and you go take care of some of that stuff and everything. And I got into the desert. I got through the desert scene.
Oh, good. You got
so yeah. So I got through the desert scene. and that was fucked up. That whole part at the end was fucked up. And it was so your character's a big bitch.
Yeah,
she's a bitch. Like she's just mean.
Too bitch. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she is mean. And then the person you're working with is the nicest guy ever. Like being like super nice and everything, and she's just being a bitch the whole time. Like it doesn't care. Like
she's an android. She has no feelings.
No, exactly. Although they start. I don't know. It's weird. She starts getting feelings. It's weird. So Melissa was working on something while I was playing, and she was getting annoyed by how mean this girl was and stuff like that. And then I got to the point where like in the desert area, like so there's these little like they look like mechanical weird things, and like they're starting to kind of talk. Like they're not just like beep 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 whatever. Yeah. Like no, they're more like ow 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 and like stuff like that. And I'm just like. You know, me playing it as a gamer, I'm thinking nothing of it. Fuck it. Shut up. I'm slicing and dicing you. I don't care. And she's like, that's mean. Like, this sound like humans. Yeah. Like, like they're real people and stuff like that. And then you get like to the boss area and you're just like, well, fuck. Now I feel like shit. Like, I kind of feel like shit without totally giving it away. Yeah. You can kind of guess what it is, but I don't want to completely say it. But it's like, damn, now I kind of feel like shit for what I've been doing. And then that's pretty much where I got is through that part. I got back, and then after the desert, I made my way out of the desert and back into the main city. That's a decent kind of where I am. Yeah. Very cool. The game looks gorgeous. Mm-hmm. The game looks absolutely gorgeous. Plays great. Plays absolutely great. I really didn't notice, and like there's times where like a lot of shit's going on. I didn't notice any slowdown or anything like that. The soundtrack is fantastic. Yes. The music is so good. Oh, it's so good. But this is something I need to find time and finish this. Like I really want to finish this because it's very interesting. It's like I said, you don't get sick of it because it's constantly switching between, and while you're playing through all these levels, it's constantly switching with all this stuff. And then like the boss fights too just feel epic. Like they feel like a big deal.
And there's a lot. Like I said, there's a lot going on. There's a lot to do. There's a lot of variations. And on top of that, you get like some different weapons, and the way you play with the weapons are different. They're like heavy and light. Your little robot guy, I forget what his name was. Whatever it was.
Yeah, I can't think of it.
He has a lot of different abilities. Yep. Like, he has like a big laser. He has one of he shoots out like homing missiles. He has like the gun. So I mean, there's a lot of different things he can do too. So you can not only is there a lot to do, but there's a lot of variation in a lot of things to do. So like even adds even more variety to it. Like I said, I finished the first playthrough. The second playthrough you're playing as a super nice kid.
Okay.
So that's where I got about halfway through that.
Okay.
But I guess like the story gets kind of crazy when you get to the third time through.
Okay.
So. If you want to hold on to it for a while, feel free, because I got plenty of other stuff on my plate.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be swamped too, I know. But that is a game I definitely want to dive back in. And
the guy's got like 3 days to knock out Yakuza.
Yeah, Jesus, tell me about it. Yeah, no one's going to see me all next week. Well, that and the hockey playoffs are going on. Like, I just don't know when I'm going to have time. But no, this game's awesome. This game is really awesome. Like even without finishing it, like I can tell, like I am really looking forward to seeing where it goes and what's going to happen. Especially after what happened in the desert. I'm just like, okay, like are people going to start turning on me or what's going to happen?
There are two really cool hub, I don't want to say hub cities, but like two of the big locations you go to in a little bit from where you're at are two expand upon that even more so.
Okay.
And like you get even more of a humanistic vibe from those machines once you get past these next two sections.
Okay.
I don't want to spoil too much for
you. Yeah, no, for sure.
But there's like a colony of them.
Okay.
And then there is a again, these are just robots, right? Like they do what they're told.
Yeah.
And so these guys, they had a carnival or a festival, like an amusement park. And just like animatronics, like say if all the people died, but they didn't turn off the power in Disney World, like all the animatronics will still be going, and all that stuff will still be happening. So you go into think of it like think of the Automata setting, but you go into like a carnival type world and how messed up that could possibly be. That's one that still sticks with me in terms of like I still think about that one.
Yeah, I really gotta dive back into that.
It's good. It's really, really good.
God, it sounds so good.
I feel like you haven't gotten one you've liked in a while.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, this has been
Not for lack of trying.
no. This is a really cool. Like I said, this was always on my radar from last year, and I just never got around to picking it up. So I'm really glad I'm finally playing it, and it's very. I mean, it's not super, but it's got that Japanese sense to it too. So it's like it's definitely my thing.
Right in wheelhouse.
Yeah. But yeah, I definitely recommend it. Like if you've not played it yet, definitely grab it if you can. It has not been that cheap, which surprisingly, I've never seen it lower than. There's another game I've never seen it lower than $30. Even digital, I've never seen it lower than $30. But if you do, but it has been on sale more often lately. So if you do see it, be sure to grab it. I think it'll totally be worth your time. And like you're saying, with multiple playthroughs and stuff. And if you're saying I got through a good chunk of the game already, like that's pretty good. Like that, and that's what I like. Games, if they want you to play it multiple times, don't make it super fucking long. Then like make it like 6 hours, 5 to 6 hours. Like
I think 6-7 ish hours.
that's perfect. Like for each playthrough, that's how it should be.
Very good. All right.